Hello, everybody, and welcome to Living by the Law, the podcast discussing fictional worlds and how wondrous and ridiculous they are. My name is Guy, and I'm joined by my co-host Jude.
We hope you enjoyed your history lesson of Vought and our great company. Now, to finish off, we're going to get a tour of Vought Tower, where you'll be lucky enough to be welcomed through each of the members of the Seven. Just remember, spoilers lay ahead.
There's nothing that I simultaneously adore and hate more than it's the year 5,500. Humanity's reached space. The International Galactic Fleet Destroyer, the Washington. And it's like, they don't know him. They don't fucking know him. They do not know him. They do not. You tell me one guy from negative 3,500 BC. You tell me one guy.
Yeah.
And it's Air Nazir. It's that fucking copper seller. I'm gonna live to be immortal. I'm gonna make a ship. I'm gonna name it the Copper Merchant Air Nazir. And it's gonna be a bad ship. It's gonna be a bad ship.
No, I know. I feel like it's really what's the word? It's the American media of it all, right?
Yes.
Because it's the Americans got to space.
Yeah.
It's in the same way that, like, you know, while there's in-canon reasons we can discuss for it, it's like in the Doctor Who universe where the British Empire succeeded in colonizing space, right? Because they got out into every time they go anywhere, everyone in space talks like a British person. Right?
Sorry, is that canon?
No, it's just a funny thing because everyone's a BBC actor. So anywhere they go is just... There is a canon reason for it, though.
Yeah.
Well, fandom canon reason for it.
Go on, entertain me.
So if you remember from our Time Lords episode, I think I maybe talked about, this is literally like 6 years ago.
I was literally going to say, I'm like, all right, let me cast my mind back 6 years ago when we started the podcast. Yeah.
So the TARDIS, the Doctor's like machine
I cannot
thing.
believe that you are this big of a Doctor Who fan and you haven't got a better TARDIS noise than that, but...
I don't do TARDIS noise. That's better?
No, that was me imitating you.
Yeah.
It's going to come through really well on the mics, I promise.
I'm sure. Anyway, point being, the TARDIS gets inside your mind and it mentally telepathies
It is
yourself.
a British woman, isn't it?
Well, not quite.
The scrapyard. That's me, love. I'm the TARDIS, isn't it?
Okay, well, yes, but that's beside the point. The point is... the TARDIS, and you get told very early on every time a companion meets the Doctor that the TARDIS, like, gets inside their head and, like, auto-translates for them. So the understanding is, if Doctor travel with British companion, the TARDIS is automatically translating what the weird alien creature says to sound British. But if you were to travel with someone from Australia, everyone would sound Australian. You get the idea?
Oh, yes!
Because it's the TARDIS's telepathy making you... You know?
Is there not an American companion?
There is. Kind of.
Who?
Well, there's Captain Jack at one point. But also my favourite thing that is my final addendum onto this, there's the Firefly route where China wins.
Yep, no, that seems more likely at this point.
Well, yeah.
I mean, it's more likely than fucking England, to be fair. The fact that America's not considered is very funny.
But no, because they get it when they're in space, it's like... They're not what's the word? Not all of the main characters are all Chinese or anything, but they all speak Mandarin, and Mandarin's like the intergalactic shared language, which probably is more realistic than the American English at this point.
It's efficient. It's got you know, iconography, characters. It's got a base language, and it's good.
Yeah.
People. Do you know that programmers are talking to their chatbots in Chinese because Chinese uses less tokens on the chatbots? It's more efficient.
That's pretty funny.
It's really stupid.
And also, communism would be great in space. Anyway.
Whoa! Wait till my episode.
Nah, just kidding, American viewers. I ain't no commie. So, speaking of communism, we're back in the boys' universe.
What the fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
That's what I call... Comrades? Outdated terminology. It's the boys. Boys! We need to seize the means of production.
I'm
doing the fucking Ludwig bit now.
So, I'm going to give you a quote to start off today's episode,
Oh,
guy.
yeah. Oh, I love a quote. Oh, God. Give it to me, Daddy. Direction?
Superman.
Yup. Okay. Superman. Kind of down here. Fiat Justitia Ruat Caelum.
Or, translated to...
You could have given me the fucking... Okay. All right. We're going... I mean...
I don't know if it's actually an accurate translation, which is even funnier, but that's what they say.
Oh, but I can do this in the fucking... What? In the... Oh, God, what am I thinking of? All Might voice.
Yeah.
Let justice be done through the heavens... though the heavens fall?
Yep.
Let justice be done, though the heavens fall. That doesn't sound good.
It doesn't, does it? But anyway, this is the Seven's motto.
Some of you are willing to die, and that is a sacrifice I'm willing to make.
If you remember from last episode and the episode before, we mentioned at a couple points the Seven of the big kind of more Justice League kind of ripoff that Vought uses, and they're kind of their big marketing piece. They're the poster boys for all the cool releases they do. There's movies, there's TV shows, there's flavored cereals. You get the idea. It's their commercial product.
Do they have capes?
Oh, yeah.
No capes.
Well, some of them do.
No capes. No capes. It's not safe.
Unfortunately, when you're Homelander, the cape isn't really a hindrance.
I mean, the person who died with Edna Mode's cape on was a teenager, so...
Yeah, that's true. Maybe the issue is more that teenagers...
Skill issue.
I was going to say maybe the issue is more that teenagers shouldn't be given access to high-power weapons like superpowers.
You're telling me that Billy Batson doesn't deserve superpowers?
No, I don't think he does.
Damn.
His name's Billy Bats.
Billy
Okay,
Batson is in fucking Shazam?
I've not seen Shazam.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
He's powered by the great wizard Shazam.
So you've seen Shazam?
Of course I've seen Shazam.
That actually really tracks as a movie that you would have seen. Anyway.
I keep them on their toes. I ain't seeing nothing. I still haven't seen Avatar. I still haven't seen any good movies. I haven't seen any of the Star Wars stuff. I haven't seen Andor. I got told to watch that recently.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Skill issue? Skill issue. He's too nice to say skill issue, but it's a skill issue.
It's quite dense and heavy.
Hey, baby. So am I.
That's fair. Anyway, so the Seven are a team of legendary superheroes owned and managed by Vought International, who are usually supposed to be comprised of 7 members and generally reside within Vought Tower. They are also the arch enemies, if you will, to the grain group of the series, the boys, and kind of serve as the series' main antagonists.
Yes.
Now I have one more quote for you, which, despite all the high and mighty palaver, is much more accurate description of how the 7 actually behave in the series through the show.
Same Superman?
Nah, give us more of a Boston Superman.
Boston?
Yeah.
Oh, Boston.
Yeah.
Okay, hey, I'm walking here. But then you got to make it deeper. Hey, I'm walking here.
Sure.
We're the 7, Earth's most mighty champions of the innocent, motherfucker.
Yeah. That's more their vibe.
God damn.
So the 7 is the most popular and powerful group of American superheroes owned by Vought, with Homelander being the only one on the team who is not only owned by Vought, but also created by Vought. The other members are people who were at some point in their early life injected with Compound V and raised outside of Vought, but then brought in to join the 7.
Oh, right. So the distinguishment there is that Homelander was just a lab baby and stayed in the lab.
Homelander was a lab baby, nepo baby, who was kind of... Everything about him was always meant to be the godchild leader of the 7.
He is the godchild, but also, is it nepotism if you are a product?
Well, yeah. Yes and no.
Yesn't.
You just are what you are, you know?
Yesn't.
Yeah, yesn't is definitely the right word. So while the 7 are believed to operate as a conventional superhero team and stop crimes, in reality, every action they do generally is only to fuel Vaught's stock prices and glorify their image to the public, with at least as much time of their crime-fighting resume made up of focus-tested staged publicity stunts or corporate-approved low-risk crime-solving operations.
Yeah.
I think one of the best examples that we see in I think it's really the second episode, if not the first. The Deep and one of the other members of the Seven rock up to there's like a terrorist group there's like a terror group trying to do some drug trafficking near a port. So it's like, perfect time for the Deep, king of the seas, to go and catch them red-handed. And they go in, him and the other member of the Seven, who's relatively new and hasn't quite grasped the whole fakeness of it all yet. They go really hard, beat up a bunch of the guys, put everyone down, and the Deep strolls in and is like, what are you doing? You don't need to go so hard on the stuntman. And then all the camera crew just roll in, and it's all a completely fake stage thing to get cool pictures and video of the Deep stopping a terror group. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
there is something that appeals to me of the idea of like a dispatch, which if anyone hasn't played it or you aren't aware, is like a superhero management game, essentially, with some like social elements and like there's story parts of it that are majority of it, but also there's a fun like sending out the superheroes to go and do different jobs depending on who's applicable.
Yeah,
there's a really strong part of me that wants like a football, like the soccer game, like football management, where I have to manage like a group of superheroes and it just gets sketchier and sketchier as time goes on. I'm just like, well, their reputation went bad with that last job. We can fake like one, and then their reputation like shoots up and you're like, maybe one more wouldn't hurt.
Yep.
By the end of it, you're just dealing drugs or something.
Yep, literally. No, it's exactly like, it's ridiculous.
I love
it. It's one of the things that they break the illusion of the Seven really quickly into the show. There's not really, they don't play around with the idea of, oh no, they're good, trust me, for very long. They literally, the first 20 seconds of the show is a member of the Seven accidentally killing the main character's girlfriend, you know?
I feel like it's important to have your anti-heroes set up strongly, because if they're going to be a violent, insane person for the rest of the series, you kind of need a strong reason.
Yeah, exactly. And very occasionally you'll see the Seven like do something, heavy air quotes, actually heroic, where there'll be like a bunch of police officers locked down somewhere where there's a shooter that's taken over like a level of an office building, and he's up there like trying to gun people down in the public, and the police are like, we can't move on the building, he's got us pinned down. And then Homelander will just fly in and go, hey buddy, and just the guy will drop his weapon and be like, well, I can't beat Homelander, and Homelander will go, no, and just rip him apart anyway.
I mean, yeah, they'll only intercede when it's child's play.
Yeah,
if it's
literally
actually complicated, they cannot be trusted.
Yeah. Low risk crime, but high reward, exactly.
Yeah.
Because something like that, for example, one single dude with a gun that he probably doesn't know how to use properly, that already can't hurt Homelander, is so low risk. He's also going to go into a room where there's no cameras and no one's able to see him. They're just going to see how he comes out of the building. And so my favorite example of it as well, he then proceeds to pick up the dude's gun and shoot it around a bunch to make it look like he put up a fight. So there's like bullet holes and it's pretty funny.
Americans, I'm sorry for this, but also I feel like they wouldn't have a shortage of school shootings to stop.
No.
Plenty of PR there.
Yeah.
And probably not that difficult.
You're not wrong though.
Anyway, fantasy fun podcast comedy.
Hey guys, so we're going to talk about the Seven and the members of the Seven today.
Excellent.
That's the final thing we're going to do to wrap up our little deep dive into the boys.
How deep?
Our dive into
deep dive into the deep.
The deep. So we're going to start with not the deep.
Aww.
We're going to start with translucent.
Translucent?
Yeah.
Translucifer. She's in charge of hell.
This is a quote that I've got for you. The same kind of voice you did for the last one, maybe a little bit higher.
Hey, Boston.
Yeah. But with a bit of spit to it, you know?
Spit.
There's a lot of fuckers in this word. So.
Hang on. Boston. I really need to nail down my Boston accent.
Yeah, that's right.
No. I'm walking here. It's kind of down here. We've been here for a long time, you know. It's kind of that long vowel. It's a little bit Italian, but it's American Italian. You stupid fucking asshole. I'm invincible. You stupid motherfuckers. I'm fucking translucent. I'm indestructible. It's only a matter of time before they come for me. You're fucking dead.
Yep. He's a really nice guy.
He's a nice guy. Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, if I remember right, because I did see the first season, I think he's in a cage. I think he's right to be mad.
He does have a right to be mad.
I wouldn't be that mad being a cage.
But, well. So, Mr. Schnecht.
Schnecht?
Schecht?
Schecht? Whatever.
Yep. Mr. Schecht, better known to the boys as Translucent, was a member of the Seven and one of the main antagonists of Season 1. Now, we're not going to beat around the bush here. This guy doesn't last very long.
He just said he's invincible. He said he's indestructible. What happens?
Using a unique carbon metamaterial skin, he could become invisible and nearly indestructible, making him one of Vaught's most effective stealth operatives. Publicly marketed as a silent tactical superhero, Translucent was, in reality, a very creepy individual, frequently abusing his invisibility to spy on women in private spaces.
Who's ever thought to do that with invisibility powers?
Exactly.
No one ever.
But
I really like the idea of him not only being invisible but indestructible, because at that point the stealth mission just turns into how fast can I run through this facility, because they can't see you, and even if they shoot you it doesn't matter.
It's pretty funny.
I'm just gonna run
and the bullet not gonna do anything.
Whatever, man.
So as a member of the Seven, Translucent specialized in infiltration, espionage, and surveillance. Kind of. His powers made him extremely difficult to detect, especially since he could move very quietly while invisible. He did this generally by being butt-ass naked the whole time.
Nice.
Despite his heroic public image, I already mentioned that he's a
shitter
creeper.
He's a creepo.
He became one of the first major supes targeted by the boys after Billy Butcher and Huey Campbell let's say discover the truth behind Vought and the Seven. More Huey discovers it, and Butcher goes, "See, I told ya." Anyway, some of his powers and abilities, just to go through him quickly. Metamaterial skin. Translucent could transform his skin into a carbon-based metamaterial that bent light around his body, rendering him invisible, while also making his skin incredibly durable, basically stronger than diamonds. His body became effectively bulletproof and resistant to most physical damage that one could do to it.
Okay, I'm not thrilled with that explanation, but I guess carbon fiber is a light transmitting material. Okay, no, sure.
Yeah, exactly. Basically diamond skin, right? That makes you invisible.
Yeah, I mean, diamond skin makes you indestructible. Carbon fiber makes it able to transfer light from the ends to the ends, which could make you see through it.
Yeah, but also... go. They said metamaterial, carbon metamaterial, so it's obviously right. Okay.
It is a metamaterial.
Yeah, metamaterial.
Yeah, because they made it the fuck up.
Yeah. So that gives way to his main special ability, because obviously he's not translucent, known for his material skin. He's known for his invisibility.
Yeah.
Clothing would not turn invisible with him, so that was an excuse he used for being naked most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, that's a valid reason.
Yeah.
He can turn uninvisible.
Yep.
Okay.
Just out there, dick in hand, flying in the breeze.
I'm trying to figure out the mechanic.
Diamond penis
No,
makes a
not again! Twilight takes us down again. 500 carat penis.
Yes.
God damn.
500 carat penis.
500.
His Scarbon skin.
Scarbon.
Fuck me.
Sorry. It's the lowest tier of humor, but any
skin.
mistake has to be harped on.
Is described as diamond hard, just like his cock.
Yes.
Allowing him to survive gunfire, explosions, heavy impacts, and even chainsaw attacks without any external injury. Yeah, I know.
Chainsaw attacks.
Because if an explosion, a gun, and rifles have done nothing, I'm sure a chainsaw would have worked. But anyway. However,
because there's that whole scene with Frenchie where he's just fucking around. And he's just like, what? What can I do?
It can work. I don't know what I can do to break through his skin.
I'm just going to fucking electrocute him again.
His internal organs remained vulnerable, however, despite his exterior being nearly impenetrable. He also has a degree of electricity resistance.
I remember them electrocuting him. What the fuck?
Well, okay. While Translucent could survive massive electrical shocks powerful enough to incapacitate large animals, though strong currents would stun him or knock him unconscious due to his skin being diamonds.
Okay. That's, hey. Those two have nothing to do with each other.
Yep, don't worry about it.
Fucking hell.
So, superhuman strength, although not the strongest of supes, he was still pretty enhanced strength because he's still got compound V in his body.
Oh, yeah.
Which is cool. It's helpful.
It's helpful.
The other thing, he has supposedly relatively enhanced senses. Because visible light could not reach his eyes while invisible, translucent seemingly relied on an unknown extrasensory perception to navigate and
So
see the world around him.
true. So true.
Yep.
If you're invisible, you can't see light.
It's kind of one of those, I guess he has that power too, but we don't really flesh it out because it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
This is one of those things where it's the nerds being like, well, he acts like he can see, but he can't.
Yep.
So he must have something else.
Exactly. And one last thing. He had a level of oxygen independence that we aren't quite sure why he gets. Because according to Frenchie, one of the boys who was trying to kill Translucent, previous attempts to drown Translucent had failed, as he'd been basically effectively drowned in a whole dam collapse a few years ago, some operation in Europe that he was on. And it just completely failed. So it implies that he could survive for an extremely long time without oxygen. Don't quite know where he gets that power from, but he's
I'm
got
trying to make it work in my head. There's nothing. I ain't got nothing.
Yep. That's Translucent. We're going to jump to our next character.
Ooh, I do have.
Yep.
I have a slightly stupid way that it could work.
Yep.
If he's made of carbon and he has the ability to control some amount of that, there isn't a possibility that he could use it to do some sort of electrical separation, and therefore he could turn H2O back into just O and H. So hydrogen go away and oxygen get in hib lung.
Okay.
Then he breathe, maybe. Like The Martian,
Yeah.
Where Matt Damon puts some water on a thing and then it ignites it and then it turns into... Actually, no, he makes water using hydrogen. Anyway.
No, I get what you mean. I don't mind
I have
that.
no idea about chemistry.
Yeah, me too.
Shit's fucked.
Anyway, next character we're going to talk about is Queen Maeve.
Queen Maeve. Oh, yeah. The oh, God. Wonder Woman ripoff.
Mm-hmm.
But cooler. The truth is, our weakness is the same as anyone else's. It's people. The people we care about. So I say cut them loose. For your good and for theirs. That way, you're really bulletproof.
Yeah, she's got some really positive outlooks on the world.
She seems like a cheerful beam of sunshine.
Yeah, she is. She's so great. So Maggie Shaw, better known as Queen Maeve, is, arguably the second most powerful member of the Seven. Publicly presented by Vought as a fearless warrior, feminist icon, and humanitarian hero, Maeve initially embodied the ideal superhero image. In reality, get ready for this sentence in most of them, years of manipulation, trauma, and absolute fear under Homelander's creepy control over her left her deeply cynical and emotionally exhausted.
Yeah. I mean, she doesn't really have much of a choice, though. Because you've both got Homelander, which is scary, and I presume contracts, which are so much scarier.
Yep.
Corporate contracts. Jesus.
That's true. Despite becoming disillusioned with Vought and superhero culture, Maeve ultimately rediscovers her sense of morality and becomes one of the few members of the Seven willing to stand against Homelander when the time comes.
Good.
It doesn't do her a lot of good, but she does it.
Don't you?
So
let me have it just for a second.
We're going to go through a little bit of Queen Maeve's background, because we've got a little bit to talk about with her, and then we'll talk about her powers. So, Maggie Shaw was born in 1982 in California. Of course, like any other soup other than Homelander, she was secretly injected with Compound V as a baby after her parents accepted Vaught's secret offer.
California
it's great.
Get along.
When her powers emerged, her father exploited her abilities for fame and money, forcing her into public appearances and competitions while using the profits to fund his gambling habits.
I really enjoy you say that as if he didn't know it was coming and signed a contract to get the baby injected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He did. Oh, what a surprise!
Oh my God! Anyway, I'm going to go gamble this.
Yeah. Unlike many soups, Maggie originally really genuinely wanted to help people. She attended Godolphin University, which we talked about a little bit last time. It's kind of
Thomas
a superhero.
Godolphin.
Yeah, Thomas Godolphin, kind of a superhero school.
Yes.
Where she adopted the identity of Queen Maeve and quickly became one of the school's top students. Her popularity and immense power eventually earned her a place in the Seven, where she became one of Vaught's most recognizable heroes, and definitely not just Wonder Woman. Early in her career, Maeve performed legitimate heroic acts, including rescuing civilians from deadly situations despite suffering severe injuries introduce herself. However, the sword has fallen on set.
fallen.
That's okay. However, her idealism slowly eroded as she became trapped within Vaught's corrupt system and increasingly terrified of Homelander.
Yeah.
Which brings us to her relationship with Homelander.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So,
I was just looking forward to more details about that.
Oh, I know, right? So Maeve's relationship with Homelander became, unfortunately, one of the defining tragedies of her life. Initially deeply romantic, she soon realized how highly unstable and dangerous he was. Homelander's possessiveness and brutality left Maeve living in constant fear, unable to openly resist him for years. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Very cool.
Previously, she had a relationship with a lady named Eleanor, represented one of the few genuine emotional connections in her life, though Homelander's influence and Vaught's manipulation pretty much destroyed all of the happiness that could come from there and made her completely detach herself from Eleanor. Yeah.
Great.
She's great.
Great.
And then I think one of the best, like, funny corporate meme moments from The Boys when Maeve starts trying to date that woman again. The Vought people are like, yeah, but like, we find that it's more popular with our views if you say you're lesbian rather than bi. We just think that it makes more sense to people. And she's like, but I'm not. Anyway, it's a great moment.
I understand that. I think, oh God, the poll groups have decided. They've deemed it correct that she be lesbian, not bisexual.
Exactly.
The focus group said so.
Exactly. It's better for the views, guys. Better for the views.
Better for the views.
Should we go straight to her powers and abilities? I think that's a good place to go.
Hell yeah.
With Queen Maeve, she is among the strongest supes in the whole series, really, and surpassed only by a select few individuals such as Homelander and Soldier Boy. However, her powers are, I don't want to say boring, but in some ways they're kind of boring.
I mean,
she kind of just hit thing good.
Because, like, in my head, Wonder Woman is Superman downgrade, but with lasso that make you tell truth.
And occasionally weapons.
That's true. Amazonian warrior. Yeah.
But no, otherwise, you're dead right.
So Maeve has the whip?
She doesn't have the whip.
Well,
she's just kind of a punchy lady.
Does she have the whip?
She do have that whip.
She has that whip?
Yeah.
She can whip a nene?
She can nene. But I will give a bit of a write-off anyway, just because we don't want to downplay Queen Maeve here.
Downplay the Queen.
One of the most impressive things that she does in her whole time in the series, she is able to fight Homelander one-on-one, hand-to-hand combat.
Wow.
And even manages to injure him and draw blood.
Damn!
Something that pretty much no one else in the entire series has achieved.
If she wasn't depressed, imagine how more powerful she'd be.
Yeah.
Just don't be depressed.
And the showrunner, once again, emphasizing to people that are comic fans, everything that I'm talking about these couple episodes is very focused on the show series because it deviated so heavily from the comics. The showrunner implied that Maeve actually had a genuine chance of defeating him if the fight continued ongoing. In reality, Homelander probably just flies away from her and then tries to laser her and doesn't let her fight. But if the fight continued hand to hand without anything else intervening, maybe.
Flight's OP.
Yeah, Flight's OP. It really is. She's also extremely durable, possessing near invulnerability compared to even the strongest other supes alive. Bullets, explosion to armored vehicles, heavy impacts cause her no damage. One of the things we see earliest on in the series, there's like a armed robbery happening, and these people are driving away with like a bank car where they've got all the money in the back, and she just stands in front of it, and it just crunches on her, and she doesn't move.
Delightful.
Yeah, great way to stop robbery.
Sometimes I like seeing it's not that I like seeing it. I like the trope of a depressed superhero who is still incredibly powerful.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just something about a person just eating fruit sticks and just walking in front of a car and they do not move.
Yeah, and it's like, come on, guys, leave my fruit sticks.
Leave me alone.
Yep. She also has increased speed, agility, and reflexes. While far from a speedster like A-Train or Mr. Marathon, Yeah, they have some great names. Queen Maeve possesses enhanced speed, reflexes, and agility far beyond a lot of other soups.
I was going to say it's dumb names, but also the marketing department chose them, so you get what you're given.
Yep, exactly.
Goddamn.
She can leap between skyscrapers, run along walls, dodge attacks from powerful opponents, and react fast enough to contend with Homelander, as we said. It does also worth warranting that her athleticism and combat skill, as she is one of the soups that actually puts a lot of effort into practicing how to fight, rather than just like, I don't need to learn how to fight, which is one of the things we kind of see with Homelander. He's incredibly strong, but he just kind of swings a fist when he wants to hit a thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Maeve like actively trains a fuckload. She's considered probably one of the best combatants among the soups.
I mean, they say that the fighting is like 50% body and 50% technique or something. Like,
Yeah.
I don't actually know.
Something like that.
But
That
it's
is a
something
thing.
along those lines of
Yeah.
like, if you are gifted and you train, you get the best of both.
Exactly. But yeah, that's Queen Maeve. We're gonna hop aboard the A train.
This is from, I'm just showing Jude the dispatch image of Phenomenon eating fruit sticks, which is what I was referencing.
Ah, nice.
He's the
okay.
superhero of
Cool.
Dispatch, but he is depressed.
I like that. So I'm going to give you a quote here, and then I'm going to tell you the context of the quote afterwards, because I think it's
God.
much funnier that way. This says, "Is a very hopeful young man."
Oh, yeah. Maybe I can't turn invisible, but I am the world's fastest man. Like, I can outrun anybody or anything.
So this is the A train when he's standing in for Translucent at a Make-A-Wish to visit a kid who's dying of cancer. And the kid's like, "Oh my god, I finally get to meet Translucent." And then A train walks in, and then he says that, and then the kid says, "Can you outrun cancer?"
Damn! Damn! I mean,
and A train's like, "Get the photo, Ashley. I want to leave."
I mean, oh, Jesus Christ. The way that most speedsters' powers work, like, there would be... I think the Flash could outrun cancer. I think he'd have a way to, like, burn off that bit
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because he has to eat a shitload, so it's like his body's consuming itself. You just get it to consume that bit.
Yeah.
Or just use speed healing. I don't fucking care. Whatever, man.
Just runs so fast that it can't keep up, you know?
Flies out the back.
Yeah.
Seagull shit on me. What the fuck?
What is this tumor? So
Hamburger.
Hamburger. A-Train, born Reggie Franklin, is one of the most prominent superheroes in The Boys and a member of the Seven. Known as the fastest man alive for a period of time, A-Train is a speedster whose career embodies many of the series' themes: celebrity culture, corporate exploitation, addiction, and redemption. Eventually. But we don't get to redemption today, so we can fuck about that. Although initially presented as arrogant and reckless, A-Train does go on a very, very, very long-going redemption arc throughout the whole series.
I was going to say, I've seen a couple of seasons and he ain't redeemed yet.
No. A-Train's story gradually reveals a deeply insecure man terrified of losing his relevance. His accidental killing of Robin, Huey Campbell's girlfriend, in the first 20 seconds of the show, while high on Compound V, becomes one of the series' most defining moments, pulling everyone into the conflict to begin with. But we kind of see it. It's one of the few things. Okay, look, I mentioned when we did the first two episodes that I was recording them at such a time where when they started to release, the series would be finished. But I wasn't going to really talk about the final season because it's, let's just say, controversial. Is maybe the word.
I'll say that I've seen enough.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the end of the sentence. I've seen enough.
Yeah. Look, it's fine. Some people like it, some people hate it. But one of the things that they do get right with the whole series, I would say, is A-Train's story. And it tells quite a nice, poignant story about someone dealing with addiction and being forced onto that addiction through the insecurity he feels about having to keep being the fastest man alive. It's quite a good story.
Oh, genuinely, like the male industry around bodybuilding and fitness and this sort of stuff that makes people do like supplements and like bone smashing shit. Like all of that internet culture is crazy. And The Boys was a good number of years ahead of it. And admittedly, like steroids and stuff existed in sports before that, but it's pretty poignant.
It is. And A-Train really is the character they use to kind of tell that story. And even, like, it's so on the nose, like, in the way that I think I mentioned in the last episode, we were talking about Compound V and stuff, when the soups inject themselves with it for the little drug dose that they get from it. There's a point where one of the other characters makes a comment like, oh, your ball's shrinking, like,
yeah, steroids pretty on the dot.
Anyway.
And a couple brain lesions to boot. Or do they not get it?
No, that's Temp V. That's a different one. I know. Sorry, the other V thing.
Everything gives them brain lesions. At least,
yeah.
Well, I mean, it would. It'll give anything that they inject into Queen Maeve will give her cancer because she's from California.
That's true.
That's a very niche. That's not a niche joke. It's an American joke, but that's okay.
I don't get it, but that's okay.
California has really high restrictions around like labeling stuff if it has even like a slight chance of giving you cancer. So anything that emits radiation basically needs a sticker on it that says like this will cause cancer in California.
Oh, that's pretty funny.
It's really good.
Nice. So we'll go into his background a little bit. Reggie Franklin was born into a struggling low-income family in 1987. After accepting Vaught's offer to inject him with Compound V as a child, after his parents accepted it, it was kind of their way out of the low-income bracket, as they were a family with a few kids. He then developed super speed at quite an early age, and at first manifesting when he outrun bullets during a shooting near his home.
Jesus.
Great time for your powers to come out, huh?
I mean, it probably saved his life. But also, when you're picking a kid, if you've got that many, do you pick your favorite or least favorite?
I feel like you pick one of the middling ones.
Pick one of the ones that are okay that you know is going to behave well, but not like the top of the pile, because otherwise if it gets fucked up, then...
Exactly.
You know. At least this way now, they've got two great kids. They've got one kid who's going to school, and they've got another kid who's the superhero.
Exactly.
It's so good.
And then they've got the youngest to just lavish with the money they got from Vought.
Hey,
listen, exactly.
It's a good outcome.
Raised
Everyone
largely,
wins.
Everyone wins. Raised largely by his older brother Nathan. After their father's death, Reggie grew into a talented athlete and eventually became a celebrity superhero under the name the A-Train. Yeah,
talented athlete.
Yeah, very talented.
I wonder, man.
Yeah, I know, right? He first joined the teenage superhero team, Teenage Kicks,
nice,
where he began a long relationship with superhero Popclaw that will still continue into the days of the show.
Excellent.
After attending Godolphin University, you'll see this is a recurring thing here, and training under a similar person that trained Queen Maeve, actually. A-Train graduated as one of the school's top students in history and was almost immediately recruited into the Seven after beating Mr. Marathon in a race to find the fastest man in the world.
Why am I suspicious of this? What's ticking in my head? Something's wrong with this.
No, he was just faster than the last fastest man alive. So like, yep, you're the fastest man alive now. Bye-bye, Mr. Marathon.
Some people's insecurities last long enough that it makes them the best.
Exactly.
Which, that's insanely...
Well, this is also when he's so young in his career that he is still the best and he's not like aging out of it at all, you know?
Yeah. But hey, best at Mygodolkin Academia is kind of the place to be top of the pile, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's all right, we'll do My Hero Academia soon.
Yeah!
Despite once wanting to genuinely help people, A-Train unfortunately became increasingly obsessed with fame, status, and maintaining his title as the fastest man alive. To stay competitive, he abused Compound V as a performance-enhancing drug, which severely damaged his heart and then nearly killed him. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, he had a bad heart attack.
I feel like speedsters get a bad deal.
Yeah.
A lot of the storylines that I'm aware of are like them dying or running out of power or having to use all of their energy or just being in charge of saving the world.
You know why?
Yeah.
Because Speedster's too OP, so they have to find a way to nerf him.
True.
Yeah.
Really
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Really true.
So his power, well, he's superhuman speed. That's it.
Great.
Yep.
That'll do it.
Yep, it is. It is.
Is he like he's hyper? He's got any invulnerability or?
We're getting to that.
Okay.
He could reportedly, at its peak, exceed Mach 1.
Nice.
And cross entire cities within seconds.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Very fast.
Very fast. Supersonic.
His speed is so great that he can outrun bullets, dodge energy blasts, run across water, perceive the world in near slow motion, and generate sonic booms while accelerating.
1,234 kilometers per hour.
Yeah. One of the most impressive feats was briefly outrunning Homelander.
767 miles per hour. 767 miles per hour.
6-7 miles an hour.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Enhanced reflex and perception, of course, comes with that. A-Train's mind processes information at superhuman speeds, allowing him to react almost instantly while moving. This heightened perception lets him navigate environments of incredible velocity and dodge attacks mid-run.
Is he doing the Flash thing of it's permanent perception, or is it like a mode that he switches?
It seems to kind of switch a bit.
Fair enough.
He doesn't seem to have enhanced senses when he's just walking normally.
He's not like constantly being like, I am.
Doesn't seem to.
Okay,
Yeah.
Because that's the torture part of being the Flash.
Very true. No, he, one of the things actually, which I think is quite funny, because we see Mr. Marathon, the one that A-Train replaced in the latest season of The Boys. And while I don't actually know if this is what he was like in the comics, I think something very different happened to him in the comics. The main difference between A-Train's power and Mr. Marathon's power is that Mr. Marathon had the speed without the perception, because when he's sprinting directly at someone, if they move out of the way or drag someone else in the way, he just runs straight through them without stopping, whereas A-Train would probably have the ability to redirect and just go, well, I'm going to follow you, idiot.
Unless he's high.
Whereas, Mr. Marathon's almost more like, you'd probably almost call it like a blink into you're playing a video game. It's almost like a kind of pick that direction.
A dash.
Yeah, you know?
Unstoppable dash, yeah.
Yeah, more
Dark
like
Souls type shit.
Exactly. It's definitely how it came across in the show. Sorry, comic book fans.
Very nice.
He also obviously has very, very, very enhanced stamina and metabolism. His body is is adapted for high speed movement.
That's extremely the idea that someone gets speed powers but doesn't get the enhanced stamina and endurance and stuff. They run they go down the block in like half a second, just disappear. Whoosh, it's crazy. But they get down to the end and they're fucking cooked for the day. I can deal with crimes on this block. Any further and it's not happening.
Not happening, man. Despite his powers, A-Train's main weakness comes from his dependence on Compound V, which caused severe heart damage and declining physical performance.
Yeah.
His fear of aging and losing relevance became his greatest vulnerabilities, driving towards his reckless behavior of abusing the drug of Compound V and pushing it further and further until it eventually causes his heart to fail and his powers to stop working for a period of time.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's great.
Little heart attack.
Next, we're going to talk about the internet's favorite superhero.
Oh, yeah.
The Peak.
The Peak?
In other words, the Deep.
Oh, okay.
People call him the Peak because he says shit like this. He's very alpha male podcast is very much his vibe. Yeah. And he's definitely their satire of that kind of type of dude.
He gives me that as well because his entire... Because again, this is something that is true about literally... maybe not Queen Maeve, but most of the rest in the 7 that I'm currently thinking of. So A-Train, Homelander, and all and this guy, they're all very insecure.
Yeah,
like really insecure.
Yeah,
and that plays with that archetype very well.
Totally.
I do not respect your truth. I do not honor and cherish your story, and I do not fucking apologize.
Yeah, you can see Joe Rogan saying this.
Fucking the Joe Rogan,
Seth Rogen, isn't it?
Is it?
Wasn't that laugh Seth Rogen?
Oh, Joe Rogan. Yes. Oh my god. It is Seth Rogen. I just hear the laugh, man. I've been watching Family Guy recently.
Yeah, no, I get it.
It's,
no. Love him, love or hate Joe Rogan. Your opinion's up to yours. But the Deep, especially as you get later into the series, is very much the showrunner's attempt to criticizing and making satire of him and the kind of culture that he creates.
Can't believe that they got rid of his original reason for being there, which was as a criticism of fucking octopuses. Don't fuck sea creatures, man.
Yeah, look. The Deep, his real name, Kevin Moskowitz.
Fucking hell. The real names are really throwing me because I haven't heard any of these before.
They're really funny. No, it's great because there's a sensual octopus that goes, Kevin.
But also because I know Clark Kent, Barry Allen, I know those names. They're familiar to me. So just hearing
Kevin
Moskowitz, it's like, that's a guy. That's just a guy. Fucking guy.
He is arguably one of the most tragic and pathetic members of the 7. Marketed by Vought International as the heroic king of the 7 seas, He possesses aquatic abilities, including underwater breathing, communication with marine life, and enhanced durability. Beneath the celebrity image, however, the Deep is very insecure, emotionally immature, and so desperate for approval.
And horny.
And very horny. While often he's just incel. He's just a complete incel.
I mean, but he's not, though, because he gets fucked a lot through the show. He's not celibate. You tell me that man's celibate and I'll walk out of here right now. He's not celibate.
He's incel.
He's incel
toward
ideology.
women.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. The women have nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Ooh. He does get fingered at one point.
Yeah.
I really hope that someone's listening to this who hasn't watched the show.
Yeah. So early life, Kevin Moskowitz was born in the mid-1980s and, of course, was injected with Compound V.
Classic.
His powers manifested early, particularly his ability to hear and communicate with aquatic animals. As his body mutated and developed visual gills along his torso, Kevin became deeply ashamed of his appearance and developed severe insecurities surrounding intimacy and rejection.
Vestigial gills?
No, the gills are what let him breathe underwater.
Visual. Anyway.
Yeah. I said visual, didn't I?
Visual just doesn't make sense.
Sorry.
Visible gills. I was going to say.
Visible gills, yeah.
He's not seeing out of it.
No. His fears were reinforced during early childhood when classmates reacted with disgust after accidentally seeing his gills. These experiences left him emotionally damaged and contributed to his later abusive behavior toward women, using humiliation and control to mask his feelings of inadequacy.
Yep, happens.
Yep.
Incel.
Yep, incel. Later, he attended Godolphin University, of course, which is where he adopted the identity of the Deep. Though not considered one of the university's elite students, he remained heavily involved in campus life and eventually graduated before being recruited into the Seven under Homelander's leadership.
I suppose that it's one of those things of, you got to find a niche. If you find an untapped niche, then...
That's the thing. He's a pretty pathetic superhero, but boy howdy is it a cool niche from a marketing perspective. Being able to go, I can talk to every animal in the ocean, and they tell me that this product is great for the ocean,
That's a good point. You can do BP sponsorships. That's great.
Yep.
My other thought was the 7 Seas.
That as well. That's pretty good.
We own them.
Yeah. By the mid-2000s, Deep had become a recognizable public superhero, starring in films and media campaigns produced by Vought. Despite his fame, however, he was frequently mocked and belittled by his teammates, particularly Homelander and A-Train, who saw his powers as unimpressive and pathetic compared to theirs.
I mean, it's the classic Aquaman problem.
Yeah. Behind his public image, the Deep developed a long history of sexual harassment and assault. His most infamous act came when he coerced the newest member in the Seven into sexual acts right after she joined, basically saying, "Oh, this is the initiation, bro."
Jesus Christ.
Yep. After public backlash and mounting scandals, Vought removed him from the Seven and sent him into exile in Ohio. Yep.
They sent him to Ohio.
They sent him to Ohio.
Oh, revive that man. Jesus.
He was desperate to regain relevance, and he eventually ended up joining the Church of the Collective, very much a parody of celebrity self-help cults and organizations like Scientology, go figure. The group attempted to rehabilitate his public image while manipulating him for influence and profit. Eventually, he was able to return to the Seven.
Yay!
He still remained very unstable. So,
does he have a redemption arc? No? Cool. Good.
I think he gets skull fucked by an octopus in the last episode.
Good.
Yeah. So his powers. The Deep possesses a hybrid physiology that allows him to breathe both underwater and on land.
Mm-hmm.
His gills let him do that.
Fishman.
And he still has the human bits. So,
excellent.
Yeah, it's great. He also has telepathy with aquatic creatures, which it allows him to telepathically communicate with marine life. Deep can speak with fish, dolphins, whales, sharks, and other sea creatures as though holding normal conversations. More importantly, he can command and influence them, using marine animals for reconnaissance, transportation, or combat. This power allows him to locate hidden objects underwater and even launch attacks using sharks and whales against enemies.
Yeah, powerful.
Yep.
Just got to be in the water.
Yep. Hey, there's like this one bit I don't like bringing Family Guy bits into the podcast, but it's amusing and it's relevant to the moment. When they're like, you're a more useless superhero than Aquaman. And there's a lady like being mugged right next to on the beachfront. And she's like, someone help. And Aquaman's like, don't worry, I'm here. Could you bring the mugging like 2 meters this way?
Come on.
And
Come on.
they're like, can you go find Batman or someone more useful? And he's like, no, I'm here. I'm Aquaman.
I'm ready. Just gonna come into the little. Come on. I was just going through in my head. I think that you could get an elephant seal to fuck someone up.
Probably.
I think you could get that
I think
done.
you could do that.
What
Enough crabs.
Damn, true. Loose the crabs on New York City.
It's the thing that always just like got me about the Deep in the series. They really heavily like. They really heavily do him up as like King of the Seven Seas, able to control all marine life. And there is one scene in particular where they see like entire armies of sharks and dolphins coming at them when they're in the water. Could you imagine just sending like 1 million crabs?
Yeah.
Because if you could just command every crab in the nearby ocean to come onto a coastal town, that's a lot of crabs.
It's one of the things that like doing this podcast has really taught me is like, if there's ever a time where we get a new technology that's so close to magic, it might as well be magic, etc., superpowers, like any of that sort of stuff.
Yep.
I am taken out of most, if not all, fantasy and sci-fi series these days because there's no one min-maxing.
Yeah, I know, right?
And they need to be min-maxing.
They need to be.
Because if they do, they become the most powerful person in the galaxy. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
The fish guy can send 5,000 crabs. 5,000 isn't that many. 500,000 crabs at New York City. That'd do something. It'd move the needle.
Let's say 1 billion crabs.
1 billion crabs.
I'm sure that there's probably 1 billion crabs living around New York City.
I'm going to get some seals in here. Seals are full fucking creature. I mean, is it seals mammals? Oh, God, help me. Actually, no, he was commanding whales. They count.
Yeah,
we're good.
Exactly. Although often underestimated, it must be remembered that the Deep is still a superhero and quite powerful. He's quite able to overpower any number of humans effortlessly, and is actually able to hold his own against other superheroes. He's smashed concrete structures, killed people with single strikes, and even successfully overpowered A-Train once when they fought.
Nice.
So he's still quite strong.
I mean, they all went to Godolphin. They all have combat training.
Yeah, exactly.
Can't disregard that.
Exactly. We will go on to our second last person here. And that is Black Noir.
Black Noir.
Now, I don't have a quote here because Black Noir doesn't speak.
Okay.
So this is one of the characters that I will say is incredibly different from the comics. They've completely changed his character for the series. So, sorry, comic fans. Black Noir, his real name is Irving.
Not Nick Cage?
Not Nick Cage.
Damn it.
Yeah.
It's a Spider Noir.
Yeah, Spider Noir. He's one of the most feared and mysterious members of the Seven. Hidden behind an expressionless black mask and completely mute, Noir serves as Vought International's ultimate assassin, a silent operative deployed whenever the company requires absolute brutality and efficiency. To the public, Black Noir is portrayed as a terrifying ninja-like superhero, with unmatched combat skill and an almost supernatural presence. In reality, however, Irving is a deeply tragic figure whose life was destroyed by Vought, racism within the company, and the abuse he suffered at the hands of Soulja Boy.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a tough guy. Despite his reputation for violence, Noir occasionally displays surprising compassion towards innocent people and animals, revealing flashes of humanity beneath his terrifying exterior. So back in his early life, Irvin was, so I'm going to quickly just put it out there now. In the comics, Black Noir is a clone of Homelander. And it's actually a good twist because it turns out that all of the really bad shit that Homelander ever did actually wasn't Homelander. It was Black Noir as Homelander's clone, which was a really good twist that makes a lot of things make a lot more sense that don't really make sense in this year. Anyway, I digress. Whereas they completely changed that in the show.
I like his suit in the show, though, because it's what it's what Batman should be wearing.
Yeah.
The thing of, like, the bottom half of the face meme.
It's so weird.
This guy's just wearing a helmet and then he's got the bottom of his face covered as well. Correct. Good job.
So, in his early life, he was born in the 1960s and was very much experimented on with Compound V in the era when Vought was still known as Vought American, and things hadn't been quite perfected yet. So he was a bit of an experimentation. His power was manifested early, though, controlling, giving him immense strength, and allowing him to really train himself hard to be a good fighter. As a child, Irving coped with stress and trauma through imaginary visions of cartoon mascots from Buster Beaver's pizza restaurant.
Oh, cute.
Yeah.
Five Nights at
These
Freddy's.
hallucinations followed him throughout his life and became increasingly severe later after some brain damage that he endures. We'll get to that.
His superhero invulnerability, no?
Depends who beats him up. As an adult, Irving joined the superhero team Payback under the identity of Black Noir. So you remember Payback, Soldier Boy's team that goes to Nicaragua?
Yes.
Yeah, that goes well.
And they accidentally send someone across to the other side, or they say they sent someone and left them.
They leave Soldier Boy for the commies.
Yeah.
Under the identity of Black Noir. However, Vought forced him to wear a full mask at the time because they believed a black superhero would be less marketable to mainstream audiences. Yep.
This is during the Payback era.
Yep.
It's during the Cold War, so it's like the
70s, early 80s, give or take.
We're just post civil rights movement, so yeah, I can see the angle corporate wise.
Irving dreamed of becoming a public celebrity rather than a hidden operative, and even auditioned for a role in Beverly Hills Cop.
Go! Fuck yeah!
Yeah. According to Noir, Soldier Boy sabotaged the opportunity for his audition out of sheer jealousy.
Fuck off.
Tensions with Payback eventually exploded when Soldier Boy brutally attacked Irving during a mission, crushing his skull and leaving him permanently disfigured and mentally damaged. The assault robbed Noir of his ability to speak properly and severely impaired his cognitive functions. From that point onwards, his cartoon hallucinations became a constant presence in his mind. And this is the part that you will enjoy. The way that it is displayed in the show, I cannot describe it to you in any way other than Pyro from TF2.
I have another description for you.
Yeah?
Happy the...
True, that as well. Yeah.
Got it. I love that. I love a little cartoon violence.
It's just very like, he sees sock puppets and as he rips into them, confetti comes out. When in reality, it's some terrified woman that he's disemboweling with knives, you know?
Does that... How tightly does he have to be managed?
He is weirdly loyal to Homelander and weirdly loyal to Stan Edgar, the current leader of Vought.
Okay.
And part of that comes back to, you may remember, you may not remember, that's okay. In the timeline episode, we said when Payback were in Nicaragua, they were actually being managed by Stan Edgar. And Stan Edgar befriended himself to Black Noir and was talking to Black Noir about how they could remove Soldier Boy because they had his replacement coming along, which was Homelander. So he liked Stan Edgar, and I think part of what they try to push through in the show is Black Noir is able to kind of confide, because Stan Edgar is also a black man.
Yep.
So there's kind of an angle of like, well, the two of us together can get some black representation in like whatever Vought becomes in the future. That was definitely a big angle on it. But then after his like brain damage and losing function and stuff, he kind of just became a mindless zombie that was like, I serve this thing.
Yeah.
And I will follow orders from this thing.
And he got disfigured by Soldier Boy, right? So therefore, as soon as the new big shiny guy came along who's like, I'm replacing Soldier Boy, he's out of here. Like, yeah, you'd be loyal to that.
The white blonde hair, blue-eyed boy. Yeah.
Well, compared to the white, brown-eyed, brown hair boy. Like,
no,
it's
exactly.
the same.
Meanwhile, Black Noir is in a mask for the rest of his life because he's disfigured. Yeah.
But also, what do you... Oh, God. Because, listen, I understand it's very tough, very, very sad and things. But you got to think about the company. Like, Vaught's invested in this guy. Like, what are we supposed to do with this now? Like... God, it sucks.
He's lucky he made it into 7, honestly.
Even if it became acceptable to market him and we had to pivot, like, we can't even have him as a representation. I'm playing a devil's advocate if this is not so obvious, but also, he can't even be a good representation. We got to get someone else in now. More investment. Jesus Christ.
So Noir was fully capable of extreme violence. He routinely assassinated targets, killed witnesses, carried out covert operations for Vought with brutal efficiency. His silence and completely unreadable body language only added to his intimidating reputation.
That's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
He doesn't talk. You can't even tell what he's thinking from how he stands there. He just stares at us. And his head...
Watching. Yeah. Meanwhile, in his head, sock puppet's like, oh, let's get him, boys! Yeah, he's He's super strong. He's super durable. However, the thing with Black Noir that is potentially most interesting is his ability to master martial arts. He is one of the most skilled hand-to-hand fighters in the entire franchise. Trained extensively in martial arts and assassination techniques, he routinely defeats highly trained enemies and supes alike. And he's basically Vaught's one reliable, that soup's getting out of line. Noir,
get him.
And Noir will get him.
I really... I'm just imagining like the brain surgery thing where someone's playing violin and they get them to do something they're skilled at and it's kind of muscle memory. Black Noir's finally getting his head fixed and is doing stuff and he's just on the table just punching you.
Yeah.
That was a good right hook. I think we're there. We're there. Pull out.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's Black Noir. He's an unfortunate guy. Now, that leaves us with one person.
One person. Who is it? Homelander.
Yeah. Now, we've talked a bit about Homelander.
What about Starlight? We didn't talk about Starlight yet?
Well, Starlight's not... we'll get there. We'll get there.
Go on.
I think this is a great one. Yeah, that's a great quote to just give you. And just give us your most American, patriotic Superman.
He's kind of up here. He's oh God, where is he? He's kind of in this little sort of area where you're not even anything to me. I'm a superhero. No. It's got that sort of indignance to him.
Yeah.
You're all going to fucking drown in your own blood. You're fucking paste. I have to get it more American. I can take what's mine. That's just...
Love it.
I can take what's mine, and that makes the whole fucking shitball my birthright. My destiny.
Yep. So, John, better known as Homelander,
Birthright. Sorry, I'm still turning the American accent over in my head. Go on.
Is the central antagonist of the boys and the most powerful soup in the world. He's God.
He's God.
As the leader of the Seven and the public face of Vought International, he presents himself as the perfect American hero, patriotic, charismatic, religious, and seemingly selfless.
Oh, yeah, he is the whole guided by God thing. I forgot about that. That's so good.
Beneath that carefully manufactured image, however, Homelander is deeply unstable, emotionally damaged, and dangerously narcissistic. His godlike abilities, combined with his need for love and control, make him one of the most feared individuals on Earth, and, of course, the archenemy of Billy Butcher and the boys.
Billy Butcher.
So, we're going to talk a little bit about his origins.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's pretty much it for today.
Yahoo!
So, Homelander was born in 1981 as part of Vaught's secret Project Odessa. Created from the genetic material of Soldier Boy, or as Soldier Boy puts it in the show, I put my spunk in a cup, and enhanced with Compound V at the embryotic stage, he was engineered to become the ultimate superhero. His birth was catastrophic.
Oh.
He killed his surrogate mother and several medical staff moments before being born due to his uncontrolled powers, and basically literally ripped himself into the world. Raised entirely inside a Vought laboratory, John never experienced a normal childhood. Scientists, including Jonah Vogelbaum, subjected him to constant experimentation, psychological conditioning, and emotional manipulation. He was taught patriotism and obedience through propaganda while enduring brutal durability tests designed to push his powers to their limits. He's basically abused from birth.
Yeah.
Despite his immense strength, Vought successfully controlled him by exploiting his desperate need for affection and approval, which is part of what they conditioned him at a young age. Basically made him into a living man-child. As a child, Homelander occasionally displayed genuine innocence and emotional vulnerability, but years of isolation, abuse, and godlike power twisted into a violent and emotionally fractured adult. His inability to form healthy human connections, combined with Vaught's relentless conditioning, ultimately shaped the sociopathic personality seen throughout the series. So he's quite a tragic person, really. Is the sad truth of the boys.
I don't feel sorry for him. Because,
no.
I mean, I guess it's a question of when the scales balance, but like...
Oh, no. It doesn't justify the bad shit that you see him do, but it
contextualizes
you can still say it's a tragic thing, you know?
Yeah.
He really embodies the central theme of The Boys, the corruption of absolute power.
Yes.
Publicly, he behaves flawless as the best celebrity icon of the world. Privately, he is awful. Despite viewing himself as superior to humanity, Homelander just desperately wants love and belonging, and creating a contradiction at the core of his character. His relationships with figures like Madeline Stillwell, Stormfront, even his son Ryan, and eventually Soldier Boy, who is technically his dad, reveal his constant search for approval from parental or familial figures. Because he never had a family. He was raised behind glass with scientists that were abusing him.
And for someone like that who's so powerful, it's very difficult to find, like, quote unquote, an authority figure.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, that doesn't come about naturally. Yeah.
So he kind of wants that, but yeah.
So therefore, anytime he's like, this person could be a parent or could be an equal or could be, you know, on some sort of thing that I can respect, he's like, please like me.
Yep, exactly. Look, you get his powers. He's ridiculously strong. He's
Superman.
ridiculously durable. He flies. He has crazy speed. When he's flying, he is able to keep pace with A-Train.
Nice.
Though it is implied that he could technically fly faster than that if it wasn't for A-Train.
Nice.
It's just that when we see him chasing down A-Train, he's trying to keep at ground level. So if he was up in the air, he could probably fly at ridiculous speeds.
Yeah, just doing loops around the planet.
Yeah, exactly. Basically a supersonic aircraft.
Yeah.
His speed allows him to kill or rescue, if he wants, targets almost instantly, often appearing and disappearing before normal humans could even react.
Damn.
His most classic thing, and the thing that means he doesn't really need to know how to fight very often, is his heat vision. It's basically concentrated energy beams projected from his eyes, capable of slicing through steel, aircrafts, human bodies effortlessly. He can precisely control the beam's intensity, ranging from gentle heating to catastrophic destruction.
I don't know why I was trying to question translucence powers and where they came from, because...
Beam eyes.
Beam eyes.
Yep. The heat vision is one of the deadliest weapons in the series, often used casually and brutally to intimidate or execute opponents.
Yeah.
He has crazy enhanced senses combined with his X-ray vision, which means a lot of the time he loves walking into a room and going, "How you feeling today?" And they're like, "Yeah, good, Homelander. How are you doing?" And he's like, "Then why is your heart rate picked up? Why are you nervous? Do I make you nervous? Huh?" And that's very much the vibe, because he's
the
like
weird
X-ray.
power trip vibes are really fucking good.
Yep. Of just being able to like hear their heartbeat and see their heart and go, yeah, okay. You know, he doesn't really have much in the way of weaknesses.
Yeah.
Is the thing with Homelander.
Yeah.
But for if he could one day be defeated is up to you if you want to go watch the series or read the comics. But as I was hoping you would get wigged out by the fact that I've said the seven, but we've only talked about six people.
Of them.
So
there's only 6 in
the 7.
this superhero group.
And because one of the things that is stupidest but most amusing in-jokes and recurring jokes of the series, they're called the 7 for the whole time. There's pretty much only ever 6 members of the 7. Because someone leaves, someone joins, someone leaves, someone joins.
It's not even a deliberate joke. It's just 2 numbers that are next to each other. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's a flawless joke. I respect Gen Alpha for their ingenuity.
Oh, yeah.
To be... literally right before this recording, we were both saying 500 to each other. And that's just a number.
That's just
But
a
it's
number.
also the number of cigarettes.
It is the number of cigarettes. 500 cigarettes.
500
Yeah.
cigarettes.
But yes, that is our deep dive into the boys done.
That's them boys. That's the 7.
That's them boys. That's them boys. That's them 7.
Does he have like a... He doesn't have like a chemical or anything. He's not an alien. He just has the compound and therefore he's invincible.
Yep.
What the fuck, man?
There is no kryptonite. He's just kind of Homelander.
I feel like he's also not as powerful as Superman, though.
No.
Superman has had... He's had a number of years to cook.
One of the things with Homelander that you do see come up in the franchise, because he is... And look, it's kind of one of those things that is, I always think, most interesting about the boys. They're pretty open with the fact that their superheroes are in the grand scheme, quite pathetic because the whole point is they're commercial superheroes. They're not functional superheroes.
Right.
They're not superheroes that are fighting supervillains, you know?
Yeah.
They're superheroes that exist in a power inequality where they just are all powerful and therefore they have no reason to be good at fighting.
Yeah.
And Homelander, every time in the series, we see him come up against a supe that can actually not just get caved in by his punches and can actually throw a punch back. He gets out of there real fast because he's like, "Oh, I don't actually know how to fight."
Yeah, every superhero, every supervillain that they fight would be a plant as well because it's V.
Yeah, exactly.
So unless they're supplying it to the terrorists, so it's all meteor ops.
Yep.
Iron Man, Tony Stark builds his first Iron Man thing and immediately goes to the Middle East.
Yeah.
I'm out here.
Yeah, literally,
He's doing
right?
shit.
Yeah, so they don't really, because they don't have anyone that they act, whereas as opposed to like Superman, for example, he's fighting Doomsday, he's fighting General Todd. Is it General Todd?
Who?
I don't know. Maybe it's General Zod. General Zod sounds more Superman-y, doesn't it?
I have no idea.
I think General Todd's pretty good.
I think General Todd is out here shooting...
Superman, I'm here to get you. I'm General Todd.
Superman, I've brought my militia.
My Todd boys.
Militia of...
Todd boys.
Oh, Todd.
General Todd with his Todd boys.
Oh, Todd. And your power, you're like... You've got a lot of guns I can see. Are they enhanced? Are they alien or?
No, they just shoot bullets. I'm gonna get you, Superman.
Lots of bullets,
We
Superman.
know your weakness. Bullets.
Yes.
They turn out to be fucking kryptonite bullets or something.
Yeah. But there's always the thing where, so if you drop Homelander against anyone else, like a Superman or, Omni-Man, if we go back to the Invincible world, anything like that, they probably just absolutely deck Homelander because he's just a guy. And even take fantasy figures that have got magic powers that can fly.
As soon as magic's involved, we're cooked.
Well, yeah, but you get the idea. Like any of those figures, it's maybe but Superman's pretty good though, whereas Homelander's just strong with no idea how to use anything.
I mean, and again, it comes back to the training and discipline. Queen Maeve nearly got his ass.
Exactly.
And would have got his ass.
And there's no reason she should be able to get his ass.
There's no... He's just better. I'm better.
I am. I'm better. That's the thing.
That's them boys.
So thank you to our patrons.
Thank you to our patrons
who
for this.
Didn't ask for this episode, but they got it anyway.
They got it regardless, and that's part of the fun of being on our Patreon, patreon.com/living by the law, which you can join as a lawkeeper. If you join for $20 or more, you can request your own episode and tell us to do more boys.
If that's what you want.
If you want us to do more boys, then you
or
can
make
tell
Jude
us.
do another superhero franchise.
Oh, no. We have, of course, our high law keepers, Josh from Maine, Lord Simeon the Rotund, and Jax Ocelot. We've got our $20 prestige law keepers, Blitz Bandit, Bong the Bard, Metalhead Swifty, Lucathy, Justin Gilbert, Kobe, Ike, Ash, and Schmoof, our newest law keeper.
Schmoof!
Thank you, Schmoof. My guy Schmoof. I've seen him on the Discord. He is threatening us. All I can say is prepare thyself.
Oh, God.
But thank you, Schmoo, for your patronage. We very much appreciate it. And continuing with the rest of our thing, I should have opened this in a new tab, but that's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's really fine.
It's so fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
And then our novice law keepers, Jacob from Norway, Leon Mulcahy, Dan Dubs, Josh 2, American Recluse, Pennyside 2, It's Gulio Time, Leador, Red Hood, Morris Rust, Sub-Zero, Rain, and our other new lawkeeper, Drake.
Yeah,
Woo!
Drake.
Thank you guys.
Woo!
You keep the lights on, you keep us moving, you keep us doing what we're doing, having a good time.
Hell yeah, you
and
do.
if you enjoyed this episode but you don't want to subscribe to the Patreon, then you can leave us a review. The number of stars that you give us is the number of powers that you can resist.
And the number of...
So you can join the boys and not get killed by the superheroes.
The number of stars you give us is the number of the members of the 7 that you get.
It does max out at 5. You're not getting to 7.
No one gets home.
No one's getting 6, and no one's getting 7.
And as the deep tickles your behind, bringing you towards...
Am I an octopus?
No, he's bringing you towards the octopus.
Oh, beautiful.
Where you are being brought into the most cursed 3-way of your life. And he whispers to you, "Good night, sweetie."
Good night. And as you awaken, cigarette in mouth, as the dawn sun comes across the bed, this ocean water slicked palace, just stinking of salt and semen. I would say good morning to you.
Mm-hmm.
Good God.
Oh, I'm so glad. That's right.
That's
you know my favorite thing?
Yeah?
The octopus that the Deep is in love with for a season is voiced by Tilda Swinton.
What?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Tilda Swinton doing...
So it's just like,
Kevin, come here. Kevin, no, talk to me like a woman, Kevin. Don't treat me that way.
Talk to me like a woman. You are a woman, baby.
Thank you for listening to Living by the Law. If you enjoyed our podcast, please leave a review, tell your friends, and if you're feeling extra generous, become an official lawkeeper by joining our Patreon today. Follow us on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Living by the Law. All links are in the description, and thank you in advance. We have been, and always will be, living by the law. Thank you for your company, and good night.